Hey, good morning, everybody. It's at least it's morning here in beautiful Monmouth, Oregon. Uh, nice weather today. Only supposed to get up into low 70s. A little cool for this time of year here. My buddy Shelby just jumped up to say hi. Say hi, Shelby. Hi. A little pest. Anyway, welcome to week 4. You're all doing very well. Only a few of you are having some issues, and I want to start there. Whenever you're having a problem, whether it's this class or with any of your classes online or actually in the classroom, and I realize most of you already know this, but communicate with the instructor. Let that instructor know what's going on. We'll work with you. Again, as I've said before, I'm here to see you succeed. I firmly believe in my heart that all instructors are there to see you succeed. So if you're having a problem, you have an issue, you've missed an assignment, whatever, you're struggling with an assignment, just make sure you communicate that with the professor and we'll be glad to work with you. So, all right, I notice a few of you aren't getting 100% on the quizzes. You maybe get 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. And so what I could suggest to you there, if you're having problems with the quizzes, is to make sure you're looking at that PowerPoint presentation, because that's where 99.9% of the quiz questions come from, are the same stuff that's on that PowerPoint presentation, and it can focus specifically on those key terms, the concepts, the definitions, the terms, and you're going to do just fine. So, a little tip there. Excuse me. Okay, we've got the midterm exam coming up pretty soon. This is week 4. You'll have week 5, and then in week 6 we have the midterm exam. And as I've said before, you have the entire week to work on the exam. It's the only thing you have that week. You have no discussion that week. You have no quizzes. Just that midterm exam. So, and just that week, the Monday of that week, I'll do a presentation for you, a little presentation, and talk a little bit more about what I'm looking for on the exam. But just to let you know, and ahead of time, is, the key thing with these exams is, and I get this all the time from students, whether it's a paper or an exam, is they tend to want to write more and more and more. That's what the challenge is in these exams, is to have you be succinct, to say as much as possible in as few words as possible. Again, I'll talk to you more about that when the exam is when we get into week 6. Okay, so this week's discussion is about Marx, our old buddy Karl Marx. You've read a little bit about him when we talked about classical urban theory. And remember that Marx, even though he never called it conflict theory, is the father or the founder, if you will, of critical analysis. And this is the idea that, we look at conflict theory, which comes from that ideological perspective. It's the idea that there's large groups in society. And remember, in Marx's day, those groups were basically the capitalists, right, the factory owners, and the workers. And Marx felt that the workers were getting a raw deal because the capitalists, the owners of the means of production, right, the factory owners, they were getting all the profit, even though the workers, were doing all the work. So the question in the discussion board this week is, what would Marx think of modern urban life today, right? When you look around and you see the groups in society, the wealthy, right, getting wealthier, the middle class and the working poor getting poorer. What would Marx have to say about that? But would it be all criticism? Maybe not, right? I mean, we can look at it from another perspective. Marx might say, well, maybe I wasn't 100% right about this socialism thing. And you look around and you see the failures of socialism in places like North Korea, former Soviet Union, Cuba, some places in South America. You might say, maybe I wasn't totally right about that. And you look around, you see, so many Americans own their own home, they have good jobs, they're getting good education. So yeah, there's problems with, the disparity, the wealth gaps, but yet capitalism does seem to work in many ways. So anyway, that's my comments on the discussion board. And as I've said before, I tend to stay away from commenting in the discussion board because I want that to be about yourselves. One last thing about the discussion board is I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing. You guys are all doing a super job in there. So keep up the good work. I'll talk to all you good folks soon. Thanks. Bye.